So don't McDonald's, just muck it yourself. Yeah, it's Air Fry Guy, another episode. As you can see by the title, we're going to do a sausage and egg McMuffin. Obviously not many ingredients in this one. Sausage, egg, and muffin. Bit of cheese, maybe a bit of seasoning along the way. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to start, I think, by moving this out of the way. And yeah, we're just going to start by doing the eggs first of all. They take a little bit of time, but yeah, obviously they stay hot for about 5 million years, so yeah, let's get them going first. Right, so I'm just starting with preheating the air fryer. Just chucking it on 185 for the time being. In fact, let's chuck it up to 190. And yeah, we'll get the eggs in a minute, get the other stuff in. Let's rock and roll. Right, so for the eggs, last time I did this, they did proper stick to these ramekin things. So I'm just going to chuck a tiny little bit of oil, then we'll spread it around in a minute with a bit of kitchen roll. Don't know if that's enough. Just chuck a bit in, because yeah, it was proper annoying last time I've done this, because they proper stuck to the ramekin. So yeah, let's try and get these spread around a bit with the oil. Hopefully this works a bit better this time, so we go that. Yeah, let's get the old eggs in. Right, spin that. The ramekins have been officially greased up, so we're just going to chuck an egg in each of these. These are just large eggs I've got here. Unfortunately though, the ramekin are a little bit smaller than the average muffin, so it's not going to cover like, yeah, the whole circumference, surface area or whatever of the muffin. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. Just crack 2 eggs, no shells. Just get a bit of salt and pepper on these, and then we'll chuck them in. Salt and pepper. Boom. There we go. Right, wait for the air fryer to preheat, then we'll get these bad boys in. Right, preheated. Obviously, these aren't going to be going in for like 31 minutes. But I'll just going to let it roll, because I'm not entirely sure how long they're going to take. I can't quite remember last time I've done them, but I reckon about 8 minutes. So yeah, we'll chuck those in there, keep an eye on them, and let's crack on with the rest of it. Right, this next bit is just obviously prepping the sausage meat basically. It's a bit of a weird one because there's 400 grams in this packet. I tried to research, apparently there's like 60 grams per patty, as the Americans call it, in the official McDonald's one. So I need about 250 grams, so I'm just going to guesstimate and probably do, yeah, probably about 2/3 of this. And then obviously split it into 4, so yeah, not very appetising, but let's get this cut open. I'll recycle the same knife I just cracked the eggs with. So that's about half. So yeah, might seem a bit pointless, just saving like this tiny little bit of sausage meat, but yeah, let's go like that actually. And yeah, obviously we're just going to use this bit, so I need to get ready for this in a sec, so hold up. Right, obviously we're not cooking any dog meat, but this is where it starts getting a bit rough. So yeah, this is why it's going to get a bit weird. So when I done this last time, I had a problem with lots of sausage meat sticking, and it was a nightmare. So I'm just going to put, again, just a tiny, I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea, but we'll find out in a minute. Tiny bit of oil on this. Just try and move that around a bit. But this is good kitchen roll, so I don't know if this is spreading oil around or just like mopping it up, but yeah, who knows. We'll just roll with it, see what happens. So yeah, let's get the sausage meat on there. Obviously this is like the second video I've done recently with with sausage meat. Don't want no rumours starting. Don't worry, I'm the air fry guy, not the air fry gay. Right, so let's get a bit of seasoning on here, I think. Let's try and mush this down a bit. So we'll just chuck a bit of pepper on there. A bit of salt. I'm going to chuck a bit of, I haven't got any actual Italian seasoning, but I've got some separate. Basil, and thyme, so just going to chuck that on there, see how it turns out. I don't know if this is again good or bad stuff you're putting on it, but yeah, right now we just got to get messy, start moulding it all together. Right, so let's get, I'm just going to roll with it and just like mesh it all into one. To be fair, it's still sticking a bit. It's not sticking as bad as it was the other day. Maybe it is because it's I've used a plastic one here, not a yeah, not the wooden one. So again, we're just rolling with it really, seeing how she comes about. So obviously that's probably mixing enough, I guess. Don't really know, but now we've got to cut these into quarters. So obviously I'm trying to make 2 double sausage and egg McMuffins. So my hands are proper sausageified. Let's have a look and see about getting this one cut into 4. Right, I don't have a sword, but we've got a ninja knife. So let's just go straight down the middle. Then again, middle on that one. I don't know why I'm bothering filming this bit. I'm literally just cutting something into like 4 pieces. Yeah, so they're cut into 4-ish. And yeah, let's get these, try and get these rolled up into patty shape things. They're going to be looking pretty rustic, I think. I might have to get a spatula out, because as I'm putting them down I can see it sticking to the board a bit. This one's like a blooming triangle. Right, I'm just going to try and re-roll these and we'll be back when they look like McMuffin shape. Right, I think these are going to turn out pretty rustic. They're not perfectly circular. Obviously need one of those like metal cookie cutter things or whatever, but they should be banging still. But yeah, we're just going to check on the egg now, then get ready for phase 2. So these been in like 9 minutes. They're looking alright, to be fair. I think I might have to do a little test in a minute though. Let's have a look. Right, upon further inspection, the eggs I'm 99% sure are done. I've stabbed them with a fork and they didn't leak, so assuming that's all good, so I'm just going to chuck these down there. Obviously using the tongs because hot glass is hot glass, so I'm just going to give these a little spray to get them all up, obviously so the patty things don't stick, and then we'll get those in a moment. Right, so I was just going to spray the bottom of these just so they don't stick, because yeah, this meat is proper sticky for some reason. Just get a bit of spray light on there. Right, now we go for the spatularization of the sausage patties. Right, this is going to be trying to get these combined or kept as one piece, but we'll try our best. So obviously I've got my patties on there. Let's go. Hopefully once they start cooking they won't be as sticky. I was just going to go 1 and 2 in each drawer for now, just to try and spread it out a bit. And then we'll do the then we're going to just sort the rolls out, or muffins, shall I say. Yeah, so these are actually, if you give them a good spatula in, coming up sort of right. But again, if anyone's got any tips on actually how to handle sausage meat without it being like this, please let me know, because it is well annoying. So those ones done with. Let's get these in. I haven't bothered changing the time because I don't know how long they're going to take, but yeah, let's say rough ones on 19, ones on 21, so roughly 20 minutes to start with, but I imagine they're only going to take like 6 or 7 minutes, I assume. So yeah, let's get the rest of it ready. Right, that's all the hard work out the way, so now all we've got to do is cut these muffins in half. Try our best to do it in half anyway. Job done, boom. I'm proper rubbish at cutting bread in general, to be fair. But yeah, they've obviously muffin's a muffin, nothing to see here. Sure you've seen a muffin before, but what I'm going to do is just get a little bit of butter on these, because obviously when you go to Mackey's, they do have, not, I don't think they're proper buttered, but they're not like stone cold crisps on the inside, are they? So I'm just going to chuck a bit of butter on, then we'll chuck these in the air fryer just before the rest are ready, just to see if we can yeah, melt that butter down a bit. So I've lost where I am now with which half of the muffin goes with the other half, so it might be a bit mismatched, but yeah, anyway, they're ready to go in a second. So let's have a look at these eggs. Right, so these eggs, obviously the glass is still scalding hot, but I'm just going to try and see if we can, yeah, just get the eggs out, to be fair, which is, they're looking a little bit battered from some perspectives, but hopefully should all come out in one piece. Just get this other one. Note to self, obviously definitely buy one of those metal ring things. We'll get these up and going. Oh, nearly stabbed myself then, good job. It's not a sharp knife, but yeah, like I mentioned, it's not going to fill out the whole circumference of the McMuffin, but it should be good enough for what we're sort of doing it for. So right, eggs are loose, bread's ready to go in a minute. We'll clean this mess up and then get ready for the old McBuilds. Right, these have had about 5 minutes now, so just going to flip them over. And yeah, they are staying nice and patty shaped, apart from this one that's a bit of a triangle. We'll have a look at the other two though. Yeah, other two looking alright. So yeah, we'll flip these over. Still probably need another 5 minutes or something, I guess. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on these, see how she blows. Mini update, I'm just going to put the eggs back in with these just for a couple of minutes to keep them warm, because I don't want to ruin the McMuffin with a cold egg. So yeah, get these back in. We'll take them out in a couple of minutes and let the sausage cook on. Right, so it's probably been about 10 minutes so far. We'll give them another flip around. Obviously they don't look very McDonald's-y. We've gone a bit more of the rustic approach, but yeah, they're looking alright. Let's have a look at the other ones. Yeah, looking good. So I reckon let's give these a few more minutes. I'll take the eggs out again now, so I reckon they are warmed up enough. Handle with care. They don't want to break the ramekin. Yeah, let's get these back in. Hopefully they'll be ready in a few minutes. Oh yeah, another little update. What I'm going to do actually, I'm going to transfer all four into the same one, so we can get the muffins slightly toasted. Yeah, so we'll chuck that down there. Give these a little shake. Trying to spread them out evenly, but there you go. Get those in. Hopefully they're nearly ready. We'll get the bread melted, or butter melted on the bread. Let's go. Right, like I said, I've lost sight really of what's the top and what's the bottom on the old McMuffin front, so just going to have to guesstimate it. See how this pans out. Yeah, just going to get them in there. A couple of minutes and hopefully it should all come together. Right, we've got the cheese ready. Again, I don't know what's the bottom of the McMuffin and what's the lid on these ones, so let's just use those two for the bottoms because they look a bit flatter. And yeah, we'll just use these two as the lids, but yeah, time to get building. Right, so again, looks like we've gone for the old rustic look on the old sausage patties, but yeah, obviously I've got my cheese ready. I just tried to research to see what it should look like. But to be fair, that fits in there quite well. And usually it's just one bit of cheese on the bottom, so ignore what I just did. We need a bit of cheese on the bottom, but I'm just going to chuck an extra bit of cheese in between the two sausage patty layers. Oh, reminded self, cheese doesn't stick to the, cheese does stick to the wooden chopping board. But yeah, let's go one sausage patty, cheese, if it comes up. There's literally a cheese pool. Right, let's get the next bit of cheese on there. Let's try and fold it up a bit so you can still actually see the end result as one. Don't want all the cheese to be hiding it all, do we? So let's go and get an extra bit of cheese on that one. New sausage. It looks more like a hash brown than a sausage. Oh, I should have done a little hash brown to go with it actually. But yeah, so now let's get the egg on. Not trying to egg you on, mate, but yeah, let's get these on there. These have actually turned out right. They're obviously, as you can see, massively bigger than the initial ones you get in Mackey's. But yeah, there we have it. There we be. Double sausage with cheese. Squash them down a bit because try and make them a bit, get the size right. But yeah, they're looking alright. Let's have a look at the old close up. Yeah, they're looking alright. Let's have a look at it through the drone, shall we? Release the drone. Yeah, sausage patty, cheese, egg, lid, and the same again on the other side. Yeah, so don't McDonald's, just muck it yourself. But yeah, anyway, that's the air fry guide checking out. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, give it a try again. Open to any hints and tips. It's going to make these things easier, especially with the old sticky sausage meat. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, feel free to drop the subscribe button. It's always appreciated. And yeah, see you on the next adventure. Muck, mother fluffer.